Much of the power within Logos is provided by datasets, sets of information linked to the biblical text. You cannot view them from the library, but they power features within the application. Datasets link grammatical information to text and allow you to explore biblical people and events, to study miracles and parables in the Bible, to examine intertestament allusions and quotations, and much more. It is similar to the idea of an interlinear Bible, where individual words are annotated, but with a much richer set of information. Some examples of what is possible include searching for all questions about why someone did something, or when particular angels appeared. In this video, you'll be introduced to some of the power of datasets and some of the ways to engage with them. Please note that the datasets available to you depend on which feature sets you have access to, so you may not see all the capabilities outlined in this video. And for various reasons, not all datasets are available in all resources. One of the ways you can engage with datasets is by right-clicking on a word, such as Christ in Matthew 16:16, and examining the left-hand side of the context menu, where nearly every entry represents a dataset. There is information about the word itself, including the actual word in the manuscript, the associated lemma and root, and the morphology. It also provides information about Strong's numbering, the Lunida semantic domain of the word, and the person being referred to. Selecting one of these changes the options on the right-hand side of the menu, providing quick access to relevant tools and capabilities. Selecting the lemma, for example, enables running a Bible word study on that lemma, or searching for every occurrence of that lemma in the Bible. Moving down the context menu and selecting an event provides quick access to the fact book entry on that event, or enables opening the atlas to that event. Selecting the speaker or the addressee provides an easy way to search for every occurrence of Peter speaking. Combining this with the addressee tag finds all occurrences where a particular person is speaking to another specific person. Scrolling further down in the menu provides options to engage with preaching themes. Note that more themes are available if you expand the submenu to engage with figurative language, with cultural concepts, and much more. Take some time to experiment with this to see what they open up and enable. Another great way of engaging with datasets is through the Bible Browser tool, available from the Tools menu. Dataset information is presented on the left, and selecting options filters the results on the right. Choose Jesus from the People menu to see all passages tagged as referring to Jesus. Constrain this to only the times Jesus and Jerusalem are referenced together. And note that the range option on the right determines the extent of the passage being considered. Constrain results further to just include those relating to the Passion Week. Then, to see those events that relate to the resurrection, choose it from the Topics section. Taking another example that makes use of the Prophets, Priests, Regents and Judges dataset, select Nathan the Prophet from the Prophets facet, and then Abiathar from the Priests one. This shows all places where these people appear together. Open your preferred Bible to the first one and right-click Abiathar to open the context menu. Expand the Labels section, select the Priest label, and then run a search in your Bible. Note that this allows you to specify both the agent, in this case Abiathar, the God they relate to, and their specific role. To see all priests that relate to God, simply remove the Abiathar field and run the search again. And to see all the options available, consult the dataset documentation. This tool provides a really powerful mechanism for focusing on the specific things you are interested in. Take some time to explore some of the many options available. It is possible to see some dataset information in the biblical text itself, and this is controlled from the Visual Filter menu. You can control if addressee information is shown, click one to open the relevant factbook entry. You can do the same for speakers as well. A good way to find repeated words in a passage is to enable the corresponding words section, and then click a word to cause similar words to be highlighted. Experiment with the different options and whether you prefer this to work when clicking a word or just hovering over it. The propositional outlines filter exposes dataset-derived information about the structure of a passage. Hover over a description to see what it indicates. Right-click a word, select propositional outlines on the left and run a search in your Bible to see all occurrences of this particular proposition. Some things would be very difficult to study without this level of tagging. And a great example of this is seen in the grammatical construction section of an exegetical guide. It shows, for example, that the bind loose statements in verse 19 are third-class conditions. Click the search icon to find all occurrences of this type in the text. And as we saw earlier, this can be refined by adding in further dataset terms, such as speaker. Datasets and the tools, capabilities and features they enable provide rich functionality when using Logos software, and the use of them can add real depth and value